there are different temperatures. You know, you got the super hot, then the medium, then the medium, then the then the air conditioned cold one that's like a refrigerator,
icebox.
And Sharima and I were in there cuddling like, "Brr,
we need a blanket.
It sure is cold. Where's the blanket?" So there were some people that I think we annoyed for doing that.
Yeah.
But oh well.
And you're supposed to be quiet inside of those saunas.
So Sharifa's mama tells me to be quiet, and I get quiet, and suddenly I realize she starts talking. So I told Jamila and Sharifa, I said, so your mom told me to be quiet so she could talk. It was so funny. I mean, like, we could play around with each other like that.
And then we actually had to get up and leave because we all started giggling. We were like, we don't want to ruin
anybody else's
other people's spa because we were just chilling. So that was fun. And on the outside, you can read, like, the different body functions that the materials affect. And so I love that because I'm, like, really into, like, I need a lot of circulation through my limbs and, like, I need high metabolism.
Girl, the Jade Room. The Jade Room had high metabolism. Like, it helped you with your metabolism.
And you didn't even want to leave.
And they hopped up. I said, I need all the metabolism I can get, child.
I was like,
please increase my metabolism, child, because right now it's real low. It's mighty low. It's mighty sad. It's mighty low. Because I am picking up these pounds, child.
They had reflexology in there, which I want to do that.
Yes, that'll be neat to do. I would like to do that one.
There was the most women I've ever seen lined up to do the steam bath, the sit bath.
Oh, for
the V-sit, I think they call it.
Are you speaking of the vaginal wall rejuvenation?
I think
that's the hip bath.
Hip bath, that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. So that, I mean, it smelled amazing.
Oh, good.
Those herbs that we smelled when we walked in, that was where it was coming from.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Girl, yes.
But I've only seen like one person in there at a time, but it was lined, them were lined up.
You know what they say about that, though. What it does.
To tighten
it up and make it fresh again.
Oh, well.
And they say that it makes it amazing.
I heard that there's a lot of toxins that can come out in that way too.
Really?
So there's a lot of, because of the mucal the mucal membranes. I hate to get all scientific.
No, go ahead.
But like,
teach us, girl, educate.
That is a place that can release a lot, and because of the gravity of everything coming down and coming out there, then that is a way of detox.
Is everybody following what we're talking about?
They have herbs and steam, and there's like a porta potty situation that people sit on. And so the steam comes up, and basically like you're steaming out the inside of your vaginal walls. Mm-hmm. And so, I'll try that at some point. I don't care to do it right now. Like that wasn't like but I'll try it. Whatever. Something new. YOLO. YOLO. So that was Jeju, and do we need to come back to talk about the other thing that was going on there, that our opinions on it?
Yeah, that's going to be in our Relax Related
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
So back to sharing food. Mm-hmm. I had an experience today where people were sharing food also. Okay. They were sharing food a lot.
To the max?
To the maximum level.
Now, are you a food sharer?
Okay, so we talked about this at our brunch at Jeju. Mm-hmm. I mean, before Jeju. Yeah, and we were talking about...
Biscuit.
Yes, we went to the Flying Biscuit.
Lots of vegetarian options.
Yes, my husband is the type, and your mom said that your dad was the same way.
And Jamila said her husband...
Get what you want.
Yeah.
Don't ask for any of mine. I mean, I'll give you a little taste, but I'm going to talk junk the whole time you're tasting it. So
and they have their mind states on the exact portion that's going to be all theirs.
All theirs.
Not split.
Nope.
In half.
Nope.
Me and all famous aren't like that.
Well, I like to taste my husband's food. And I've been doing that for 10 years. Our 10-year anniversary, 12 years. I mean, our 10-year anniversary is coming up in a couple of weeks.
Right.
And I don't understand why you act surprised every time I ask you to taste your food. Like, I need you to get over that. However, this group of people that I was with did not have that issue. So, just to give you an example, it was so funny. I have a picture of the lady. So I know we always say we're going to post pics, and sometimes we don't, but I'm really trying to help train Sharifa to really post these pics. We're going to, I know I promised you about 3 weeks ago, maybe
about that scab.
About the scab.
But that was like a blatant protest that I had about the scab.
For you, yes, but others, our listeners said they wanted to see it, so I think you got to give the people what they want.
Supply and demand.
That's right. So we're going to give you a progression of my knee. God's awesome healing powers are amazing.
It looks so much better.
It does.
I was grossed out when she was trying to pull up her pants, but then when I saw it, I was like, okay, God, I can do this.
It's all about you, girl.
It's all right.
So, okay, so I was eating French onion soup today, and it's so funny. Of course, y'all know I'm an administrator, and so my very first hire was with us on the outing, and I love her. I knew in my heart of hearts that she had a heart for children, so I wanted her so bad at our middle school. So we hired her. So we had that closeness because we always she remembers when I called her. So we're close, okay? But we've never eaten together, like out to eat. So I went with this group of teachers, and so she was like really closely paying attention to what everybody was ordering, and she was like, oh good, I'm glad I get to taste all that. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, oh, there's always food left over for me to have at the end. And I was like, oh. Okay.
It's so hard not to respond.
Let's see what that means. Like, I didn't know what she meant. So, food comes out. I have a cup of French vanilla, French onion soup. And so I finished it. You know how you have that little puddle at the end
where you don't want to pick up and drink.
Right, like it's rude. Like that's bad etiquette to like pick up and like slurp up.
Because you're a lady of Southern class.
Yes.
No etiquette.
That's right. So I was like, okay, that's enough.
Right.
And I finished it and I pushed it to the side
to
put with the rest of the dishes that were ready to be picked up by the waitress.
Absolutely.
So my first hire, as soon as I slide it over, she picks the bowl up with my spoon.
Okay.
And starts eating what's left.
Okay, sis.
And all I could do was holler because it made me understand what she meant by
leftover.
Oh, it's always something left when people are eating.
Is she broke?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry if I thought that was because you couldn't afford to get your own soup. Girl.
She likes to eat.
She just wants to finish that up.
She just wants to finish it up.
So good.
Like, literally, she just wanted to finish it up. And it was just...
I feel like soup is not something you share.
I know!
Your spoon going in, now you slurp.
But she used my spoon. Like, I need you to understand. So that was definitely sharing to another level. Right. I'm going to stop there because there was more sharing. And it was just... let me say this. I appreciated the fact that they weren't selfish with their food because I got to taste some appetizers that I have not tasted before.
Okay, and I like that.
But it went to another level.
Like tapas.
Yes.
But this was not a tapas.
She went to another level, but it was hilarious. I'm going to post a picture of her because she has no shame in her game. Let me just say that.
Now, does she listen to the podcast?
She doesn't, but I'm going to tag her in it. Yes. She's going to listen today. But it was hilarious. Like, I literally, and it's a pretty nice restaurant, I laughed out loud so hard that it echoed because I did not know that's what she meant by leftovers. Oh, there's going to be leftovers.
She was telling you you just wait.
I'm getting your food
just a bit.
I'm getting your food too. I was like,
and what did you tell them about the half of your sandwich? Because you trying to eat half.
Oh, so I ate half of my wrap.
Yes.
So because I had just experienced that during the appetizer segment of our meal, that she took my leftovers, I had to inform her. I said, I just want to give you an FYI. I'm taking the rest of this home to eat for dinner. And she's like, oh, I would have known that. I looked at her like, don't try. No, you wouldn't have. I was like, I don't know about that. Because she would have been like, oh, this is a real fresh piece.
Full half.
Yeah. And she would have taken it from me. So I just wanted to make sure she understood that.
That is So
it was so funny. That was just a different, I'm so used to my husband not wanting to share that it just surprised me when she was absolutely ready.
That's a bit extreme. That's like sharing ice cream. Like your cone, you're going to lick some of that ice cream.
It
like
really is.
Soup and ice cream and cereal.
It really is. It really is.
It's soup, ice cream, cereal,
Yeah,
stuff
like
that you're going,
and that you
your tongue
re-dip your after you place it all the way in your mouth. Not a fork. Fork is a quick.
Yeah,
like that's a quick swipe. But like when you're eating soup, you put your whole mouth on it, like you.
And then you dip it in back in
there.
and make a germ swirl with all your germ. That is
on another level.
That's an experience, girl.
But I was just like, I wonder what her immune system's like.
Probably is very strong.
I bet it's amazing. I bet she's never sick.
Did you guys drink sodas when you were...
Okay, let's talk about sodas, honey. Okay, so my friend Landria, who is a faithful listener.
Hey, girl.
And we always talk about health and fitness and working out. And because I was super on it when I first started at this school. I have since slacked off. But I still am very conscientious about what I'm eating.
That 80-20.
And putting in my mouth.
80.
Yeah. It really does matter. So, I hate that though. Like it hurts my feelings that food is the biggest portion of the equation. I hate it. It hurts my feelings. It really does because I will go work out. Yeah, girl, let me go kill myself at the gym, honey. That. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that every day. Yeah, great. Let's do it. Let's go walking. Let's run on the treadmill. Let's do weights. I'm okay with that. Right. But dang, you got to take my sour cream away. Like I got a problem with that. But anyway, so sodas. I have definitely. I have gone through a big transformation and evolution as far as drinking sodas. As a kid, I was a soda drinker big time. Girl, I would drink sodas right before basketball practice and ride out. Like, it would be nothing. Mountain Dew, let's go. So, that's my energy. Let's do this practice because I know we got some suicides at the end. Didn't care about it. So, drinking soda. Girl, I would drink a Coke and eat an oatmeal cream pie at the same time. Like, it was okay. That sweet sugar did not bother me. Moving on to marriage, my husband's like, probably need to cut sodas out your life. And I'm like, oh, man. So we kind of weaned ourselves through, his coaching and his example. I was like, okay, maybe drinking water isn't so bad. So now I can not drink a soda and be fine with life. I'm okay with it.
I think that I drink a soda maybe if I'm at Zaxby's. I'll get maybe a soda if I feel like it. Right. Or if I feel like at school, like I need to pick me up, I didn't have something emergency, but I don't buy it for the house.
No, we don't ever buy
our kids don't
for the house. My kids either.
No, they may at a restaurant feel froggy and jump and order themselves a root beer, and we were looking like,
yeah.
But I'm like, okay, if that's the only time that they're having it, I'm not going to be walled.
My 4 and 7-year-old definitely don't even try me like that.
And mine don't even drink juice. Like they
mine will drink juice. But it has to be diluted. Like they know 50-50.
For so long.
Like, I'm not cutting that off. Like I don't care how old they get. As long as they're ordering food with me, they're going to get it diluted. Because I even dilute my juices now. Like, I didn't know how sweet those boogers were. Yeah. So I feel like if I'm going to have calories, it needs to be through food. I don't like drinking calories. Yeah. So if I'm doing calories, it needs to be an adult beverage or, something that's going to have another type of, another benefit to it.
Twofer.
Right. Like, don't give me calories just because. So, my friend Landria was drinking a Sprite, and I said, why are you over there trying to pretend like that's water? And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I see those bubbles, don't play. And so that her kids have messed with her all year about drinking too many sodas. So, we had this long discussion about empty calories, like we just said, just is it even worth it? Right. So I told her, I was like, I'd rather eat my calories anytime. I don't really, I mean, I'm trying to get summertime fine.
Now let's talk about you counting calories.
Yeah. My Fitness Pal, I love it. It because it just helps me know how much I can eat. Right. like yesterday was an amazing day because my Fitness Pal counts your walking, your steps, so that adds back into your calories that you can eat. And if you exercise, like